Call me Tinderella because this week I tried Tinder. Tinder was actually one of the first apps I was ever on. It's been around since 2012, and by 2014, they reached 1 billion swipes per day. They have users in 190 countries and over 57 million users total. Also, I found this interesting. About 95% of users met their match within a week. So if you're lamenting about matching, messaging, and never meeting in person, I complain about that all the time, this could be the app for you. Just please make sure you're taking proper COVID precautions. So Tinder created the swipe right for yes, swipe left for no feature, and it holds up. Basically, you create a short bio for yourself, a few sentences, you put up your pictures, and you can also link your Spotify, Instagram, and Facebook if you choose. I recommend not doing that, or ladies, you will get dick pics in your DMs. They have 3 different levels of premium packages, which seems extreme. This is Tinder, not Soho House. They have Tinder Plus, which is $9.99 a month. They have Tinder Gold, which is $29.99 a month, and Tinder Platinum, which is $39.99 a month. But if you have $40 a month to spend on Tinder, I would recommend just hiring an escort. Like this man, or this one. To me, the extras didn't seem worth it, but you can rematch with someone if you swiped left on them by accident, which definitely happens when you're going too fast. And you can also see everyone who's already liked you all at once, which is kind of cool, so you don't have to waste time swiping blindly. You can also send super likes to let someone know you really like them, but instead of doing that, don't. They also have this really cool feature where you can take photos of yourself to get verified on the app, so it makes it much harder to catfish or be catfished. I had a lot of people asking about the best apps for people who live outside of a major metropolitan city, and this one actually could be really good for you because you can match with people up to 100 miles away, and you can also change your settings and match with users all over the world. I think of Tinder like thrift shopping. If you're willing to really dig, you can find some treasures. I would say maybe 1 out of every 10 guys I matched with was a gem, but some of them ruined it in the DMs. The average age of users is 19 to 24, but don't let that scare you off. I found plenty of people my age and older. I don't know why this is, and maybe it's just my area, but Tinder has had the largest amount of doctors per capita, which means that a lot of them are already vaccinated. Being a woman means swiping left on someone because you think they're too attractive for you. Being a man means swiping right on everyone. Some trends I saw, guys putting their height and then apparently this matters. I just want to say to the maybe 2 men watching this, not all women care about height, so don't be discouraged if you can't reach the top shelf. Be honest and upfront about it, and someone will find your height perfect. I personally would date a Tom Cruise, the height, not the Scientology, or a Porzingis, and everyone in between. Worst exchange. It's a tie between the guy who made sure I was cool with hooking up before we met up. Spoiler alert, we didn't. The guy who asked me to be his submissive, and this man. Be warned that there are a lot of people out there looking for group sex, multiple partners, swingers, but everyone I saw who was looking for that was very upfront and respectful about it. So if that's your thing, this app is the way to go. I actually had a ton of really sweet, genuine guys message me and ask really insightful questions and keep the conversation going. I would recommend having a picture of yourself in a costume. This is me as Danny from Midsummer. It's a great conversation starter. My star rating, 4 out of 5. I've really been sleeping on this app. There are plenty of people just looking for hookups, but also lots who aren't, so you can find what you're really looking for. I think if you have the time and energy to swipe through a huge pool of potential matches, you can find some really great ones. Who is this best suited for? Doctors, apparently. Anyone looking for Mr. or Miss Tonight instead of Mr. or Miss Right? Anyone who's been kicked off of every other dating app. They'll take anyone. If you're a straight man who has ever held a fish or a deer carcass and thought this could get me laid, look no further. For my queer cuties, I will issue a warning that a few people gave me a heads up about. I have heard that it's not the most queer-friendly app in terms of diversity and the amount of matches that you receive. I can't speak to that, but I thought it bore mentioning. And in the next couple weeks, I will bring on some guests to review the most queer-friendly apps so that you can find the most comfortable fit. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for following along. I love that I'm wearing this sweatshirt as if I've lived here for more than 2 months.